Hello, Soul Fam, and welcome to your Aries Super Stellium, Aries new moon for April 17th. This reading is going to be for all of my air signs. So, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, this one is for you. Now, this is going to take a look at what this new moon in Aries is revealing for all of you guys, what it is illuminating for you all. So, first and foremost, for my air signs, this new moon is coming in with the color frequency yellow, card number 22, asking you guys to purify your body. Purify your body. And that's big for all you air signs. You guys are very, very mental. Y'all kind of live in the realm of thought and, communication, looking at like big picture ideas and things like that. You naturally kind of live in that space. So, this new moon is really asking for you guys to come back into the body. This is purification energy, a clearing, a reset. And it's only natural given that we're in this Aries new moon. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. And this new moon in particular marks like the first new moon of a brand new astrological new year. So this is like entering a new chapter on all different levels for all of the signs. But yeah, you guys are really being brought into the body for this reset right now. Now, yellow also carries that solar plexus energy. So this could very well be like, your vitality, your willpower, your confidence, your relationship with action. Like, do you take, courage and face that fear and go for it? Or, is it holding you back in some way? Right. This is about you guys being able to, kind of move forward with this yellow color too. So for some of you, this Aries fire energy, this Aries new moon can also be illuminating where your body has been holding stress. Maybe you're holding it in your power center. Maybe it's more so in your womb or your root, your throat, right? Because we see those colors present here too, those chakras present here too. So, where are you holding stress in your body? Where does your energy feel stagnant or blocked or cluttered or anything like that? Uh, with this Aries fire, it wants momentum and movement, right? It's aligned action. So, maybe you even find your instincts, like intuitive instincts, feeling a little out of place lately. How you get that gut feeling about things. That's kind of what this reminds me of. And sometimes fear or stagnant energy, emotional residue that can kind of make your body very sluggish, especially right now with this Schumann resonance is completely like off the charts. So we've been having a lot of big energy, and naturally that impacts us too. Some of you guys might be feeling sluggish in your body, might be housing some of this energy in your body. So this is really asking for you to go in and purify, cleanse. This is a cleansing frequency. So, picture that yellow color flowing into your body like a yellow beam of light. You can literally run it through all parts of your body, upper and lower, all the extremities and everywhere in between, and let that yellow light cleanse your body, get moving. But this is going to help you, strengthen your intuition. I will say that, and also get your body prepared for what this next chapter is going to bring. What are you building right now? And I say that because the next card is also another number 22, okay? Intuition. And 22 is the master builder number. Okay, so with this Aries energy, we are kind of taking a look at what we are building for the future. New moons always ask us to plant seeds, and fire energy helps to release those seeds, right? But with it, there's always a purification process that kind of comes first. So, right now with this master builder energy present, it's really firing your solar plexus. You're kind of lower to mid chakras here. You've also got your womb space, your sacral chakra, root and throat here as well. So, with this intuition card, number 22, sacral chakra energy, and accompanied with this number 16 rebirth card. Okay, let me show you that. Number 16 rebirth. Like I said, this is sacral, root, and throat. Okay, with the red and the blue. And so, this is a big combination when you look at this. This is what this new moon is really activating for you. So, think, this is intuition. So, of course, your intuitive body, your physical body, your emotional body, because we house our emotions in our sacral chakra too. So this can be with this root and throat chakra energy too. It's kind of looking at your sense of identity. Do you feel safe in your physical body to express your authentic truth? Right? To speak your truth, to live in your authentic expression, your voice, right? And this is really important in air signs, especially for you, when, like I said, you guys kind of live in that mental space. And this is deeply embodied kind of energy. You can think about things all day long, but this is about putting them into applied action. And with this intuition card, this is about paying attention to how your body is speaking to you right now, how your feelings are speaking to you right now, your desires, that's in that sacral energy too. Your creative life force, that's also housed in your sacral. We house all of our pain, fear, trauma, creativity, intuition, everything in our womb space. So, creativity and creative expression is one of those things where it's transmutation of energy. You transmute the pain, the fear into power and purpose and you know creative expression. Okay. So when I look at this, especially with the rebirth card, with that root and throat chakra energy, I kind of get like with this next chapter how you're building from the ground up. It's like a restructuring so that you're not living in survival mode anymore. This is a new version of you. This is you living more truthfully, more honestly, and from a place that is authentically aligned with who you are right now, not who you were before the trials and tribulations and experiences of life have kind of shaped you. When you strip it all back and purify, who are you underneath that space? Because you're being rebirthed into that higher expression, higher version of you. You know what I mean? So like there is a shedding happening here. This is recalibration energy. So this is Phoenix energy. It's shedding that old skin. And rebirth happens because we have outgrown those older versions of ourselves. That could be outdated thinking, um, you know, patterns and conditioning and all of that kind of stuff. With the root and the throat both involved. I feel like a lot of you air signs right now are kind of being met with the challenge to, speak your truth, and really claim that truth in your life and really, build, like I said, that master builder, build from a truer foundation of a truer expression. Okay. So right now, especially with Chiron in the mix in this Aries stellium, you guys might have, some issues around like security and survival and self-expression, feeling safe in your body, in your environments, in your relationships with people too, because number two is also partnerships and things like that too. So you might have some issues around those things coming up right now with this Chiron fire that's kind of, activating it, and the new moon that is illuminating it so that you can move forward, right? Now, how this energy is showing up through this story here in the center, I'm seeing this very clearly because the very first card we have is stuck energy, right? So, like I said, even though we have this Aries fire, and this new moon is meant to illuminate all of these things for you guys, right now it might not necessarily feel like that. You might be very tired or overwhelmed or just kind of not feeling it. You know what I mean? You might not feel that sense of movement and initiative, momentum, rebirth energy just there yet. You might feel a little bit blocked. I can kind of see that here. But I also see it shifting. Okay. So if you feel like if your intuition feels kind of off, or you feel kind of sluggish in your body, or emotions are kind of running high right now, the way that I describe this energy, and I'm an air sign, and how I've been feeling for sure is like this part of me that like is ready to like launch forward into that new chapter. There's this, previous version of me that's kind of still stuck in the old patterns, that's trying to gain traction. You know what I mean? So, the fire is meant to help you see where that energy is off, and it's meant to transmute it. Like I said, you're transmuting pain and power and things like that into power, into purpose, into that fuel for the fire. Okay. For us to move forward. Now, victim mentality, that's kind of part of what is keeping us stuck right now. Like I said, old pain, old narratives, old disappointments, how we have seen ourselves, or seen our lives, and maybe have felt powerless at times, not seeing our true worth or value, or even being around others that don't see our worth or value, or don't make us feel worthy or value. It's about reciprocity with that number two energy. So this can just be the way that you see yourself, even. This new moon is meant to kind of reveal that to you guys, and show you where you are stuck in certain loops, that your soul is trying to outgrow right now. Okay. Which brings us to, behind a mask. Behind a mask. Because, this is where we're kind of hiding, or playing small, or not speaking our truth and saying how we truly feel. This can even be where we have possibly created identities out of our pain and suffering, hiding parts of ourselves, from feeling vulnerable moving forward, keeping us in hermit mode, even some of us, you know what I mean? But whatever this is, I feel like, this is where we stay hidden. This is the parts of ourselves that we don't show the world necessarily. And this can even be the parts of ourselves that we haven't seen clearly yet. All of this is kind of being illuminated with this new moon in Aries fire energy. Air signs, we can be, we can be really skilled at, rationalizing our own fear and pain, and over explaining things, intellectualizing our own emotions and things, instead of actually allowing ourselves to process them and release them from the physical body, right? We can have a tendency to stay in our heads about it and replay scenes over and over and over again. And, if we're staying focused on the surface stuff and we're not reaching down into those deeper core layers to release some of that, then we will stay stuck. We'll keep that stuck energy. But I feel like that is what is being illuminated for us most right now. All that hidden stuff is ready to be seen. The mask is coming off, so to speak. And that truth underneath wants air. It wants honesty and release, right? We're ready to let it go. This is what we are actively working on releasing, so that we then open our hearts, right? This number 4 energy, true love. This is what we are going for, where all of the stuckness, all that stuck energy, everything that lives underneath that pain and the mask and all of that, this is what is trying to emerge, where we finally see how beautiful we really are. We see our truth reflected back to us in our relationships with other people, in ourselves, in the mirror when we look at it, when we look at ourselves. This is, our true self trying to emerge. This is that rebirth energy, like I said. So, this is that part of you that wants to emerge. So, with true love, this can also be romantic kind of love, but I will say this really feels more like self-love and, like I said, that soul level truth, soul shine, true you wanting to come out, your authentic self wanting to come out and, be seen. It's time. It's so a lot of you might even be feeling pushed to be more visible right now, depending on, especially like whatever your career is or your soul purpose is, being more visible about it and really truly going after what you're passionate about, that kind of stuff. This is kind of a reminder that what you're building next has to be real. You have to be embodying your authentic truth and expression, and it's going to require your presence. It's going to require your vulnerability, this is all about removing anything that is false, any false layer, so that what is real and true and authentic can really be felt and seen and heard and expressed through you. Okay. Because life isn't meant to be serious all the time. I don't know why, but I just got this whole like Joker energy come in that was just like, why so serious? Air signs, like I said, have a tendency to really intellectualize everything and stay in our heads about it and taking things too seriously. And that's not what spirit wants for us. Number 7 energy lined up right underneath another number 7. So it's not what spirit wants for us. What spirit wants for us is to have fun, right? This joyous fun, this family card here. Spirit does not want us to be heavy. It wants us to, enjoy life, enjoy our families, enjoy, fun and celebration and belonging. There's a warmth, right? Like a warmth there, shared joy, that kind of thing. I feel like for a lot of you, this is, like I said, about that hermit mode energy. This is about life reawakening for you after a long period of stagnation, returning to laughter and love and play and the things that make you feel alive again, the people who feel like home. And, whether that is blood family or soul family or, children or whatever it is, um, there's a lot of, deep emotions here. And so I think that's why this lighthearted energy wants to come through the way it is, because that is the solution. Love is the solution. If you can consciously choose to move towards love and joy and get out of that heavy energy, purge that heavy energy from your body, lean into the connections that feel really good for you, that's going to make all the difference in the world right now, especially with this, super stellium energy, because it's intense, it really can be intense. So, be very mindful with your energy right now. And, remember that energy flows where attention goes. So what are you paying attention to? Because whatever you're paying attention to is the experience you're buying. And if you are focused on these heavier, dense, stuck emotions instead of the lighthearted joy and fun and family connection and all of that, then this cycle is going to be pretty challenging for you, Now, for my air signs, the best support that you have right now, this support that we have coming in, first and foremost, the message from the universe is to listen to your body and do what it is asking of you, right? Goes right along with this purify your body card here. Now, we also have let go. Let go, okay? It says, that once you let go of the outcome, you'll be able to release the emotional constraints that have held you back in the past. Okay, that's huge because, like I said, air signs can really kind of grip the mind sometimes. Things can kind of grip our mind sometimes, like trying to figure it out or predict things or, make it make sense before we just kind of, we got to see the whole big picture every step of the way before we take the first step sometimes because we want to be in control. But this is asking us to release, to let go of the need to be in control, and let spirit kind of meet us in the middle, because this is a year of collaboration and co-creation. Okay, 2026 is a 10 before it becomes a 1 in numerology, and the 0 matters because 0 is spirit. So this is a co-creation energy. But, trust in the higher good and guidance of spirit, as we have only your best intentions at heart, and we'll do everything in our power to protect you. So continue to let go of the heaviness and embrace the positivity, right? Now, we also have in the supportive position, believe. Okay. Your beliefs, your belief in yourself, your belief in things, whatever, belief is what shapes the outcome, the positive, possible outcomes of things. It says the force that works through your soul, determining what's possible or impossible, the difference between success over failure, and above all, who you are is the power of your belief. So, this new moon is kind of asking you all to really look at your beliefs right now, honestly. What are you feeding? What are you expecting? What are you kind of looping over and over in your head, maybe unconsciously? Because, belief is how we create. It's how we manifest. You manifest through your throat chakra too, right? So our beliefs are magnetic. See that heart space energy there? Our beliefs are magnetic. So we manifest through the heart and the throat, right? That's how we manifest. So we have to, again, like I said earlier, that whole energy flows where attention goes thing. What are you buying into? What experience are you buying into? Is it going to be a repeat of an old cycle and a wounded version of you? Or is it going to be the reborn version of you that is in this higher vibrational frequency here? Because this is a new chapter and it's a whole new you coming in for that chapter. Okay, new beginnings. also coming in. So everything in life is moving and changing and evolving right now for everyone. We're all kind of there, but this says a new beginning is on the horizon. So, have courage and faith, because right now life is trying to nudge you forward and move you in a new direction. Okay. So, Um, this is about letting life move you. This is about moving forward with it instead of, staying stuck in victim mentality, like, which could be a feeling of unworthiness. Do you feel worthy of the life that you truly want for yourself? Do you feel like it's too big for you? What if I told you that spirit had even bigger plans in store for you? You know what I mean? Can you let go and let yourself receive it? That is the big questions for my air signs right now. You know, no matter how stuck you might have felt recently, or, even if old stories are really loud right now with Chiron in the mix, like I said, even if you've kept parts of yourself hidden for a very long time, um, it's time for you to see your worth. It's time for you to be true to you and what you truly want, because that is what is trying to emerge for you right now. You just kind of have to get out the way. That's what this feels like here. Okay. Now, the final guidance that I have for you all comes from this postcard from Spirit. And I'm just going to read that directly. It says, "You are in such good shape right now that we're all doing a happy dance. In this moment, you have the power to make a choice to get with Spirit and co-create a miracle. You may wonder where this is all going, but if you want to manifest your desires for the highest good, you need to stay focused on the now. All power is in the present moment. Ask yourself, what are your dominant thoughts right now? What beliefs are you motivated by? Do you have clarity right now? How is your conscious contact with the divine? Are you plugged in, or are you trying to do life all by your small self? Get rid of negative energy now. Resentments be gone. Forgiveness and love enter, please. And joy and love, right? You can do your life beautifully and create your most powerful future right here, right now, in this moment. Aren't you thrilled to know that you have a huge cheering section over here? Love and hugs always. Okay. So, you're not falling behind. If you felt that way, if you felt stuck for a while, like I said, you're not behind, you're not failing. Spirit has not cut you off if your intuition hasn't felt very sharp lately. You are in this moment kind of being given a choice right now. Um, to leave the past behind and to look forward to the future, to collaborate with Spirit, and to, co-create a miracle, like it says. But to do that, you got to be present. You have to be focused on now instead of staying stuck in your head about the past. And instead of, some of you might have, like I said, even had kind of couch potato energy with like some, your body feeling stuck for a while. Get moving again. Get back out there again. Okay. So, yeah, my Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, this reading, this Aries super stellium and new moon energy is deeply deeply purifying you, really bringing your awareness back to the body, back to your intuition, and moving you through this process of rebirth. So get ready, my Phoenix friends. It's almost time to fly. So I send you all so much love. Remember, just like this reading says, hold on to those who feel good to you, who make you feel good, who mirror your true value and worth back to you, who reciprocate and make you feel good around them too. People who, see your worth and honor you accordingly. Because you guys also have a tendency to overgive and overextend yourself. So just remember that you cannot pour from an empty cup. Sometimes you have to let others pour into you. Sometimes you need to let spirit pour into you. And most importantly, um, work hard to try to release this stuff from your body. Because you guys, like I said, sometimes you're great at doing the mental shadow work, the you know mental processes of shadow work, but don't get stuck in intellectualizing your emotions. Alchemize them. Use this fire to your advantage and let it burn all of that stuff away that is no longer serving you. That way, this spark, can ignite this future timeline and fuel your rebirth. All right, my loves. Thank you for watching. Comment down below. Let me know how this resonates for you. Of course, please give me a like, a follow, subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to book a personal reading with me to see how this energy is going to further impact you on a personal level, you can always comment below, or I'll be sure to drop my booking link in the video description. So much love, many blessings. Peace.